Hello, I'm George Rifenburg. At our company, we measure our success in terms of safety and quality of work. We are dedicated to reducing occupational injuries for all our employees and contractors. We understand the important value that every team member contributes, and we want to be sure that everyone stays safe. We welcome you to our safety team.
I'm Tim Casey, and I'd also like to welcome you to the Rifenburg team. The Rifenburg motto is care, common sense, awareness, and responsibility every day. We believe that every accident is preventable. We want you to arrive safe, work safe, and return safe. We know that safe procedures don't always come naturally. The following is a brief video designed as an overview of our safety program. Please read the Rifenburg printed safety manual you receive in your new hire package for more detailed information. The safety manual can also be found on our website for future reference.
Every construction crew works as a team. Teamwork begins by building trust. Trust means looking out for each other. Being constantly aware of your teammates' positions and actions is vital for a safe work environment. Just as in sports, teams work better when they work together. Your co-workers must be able to trust your common sense for safety, and you'll need to trust them as well. A safe workplace requires teamwork. Drugs, alcohol, and safety don't mix. All new hires must pass a drug screen, and all employees are subject to random drug and alcohol testing. Anyone found to be working under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs will be immediately removed from the job. Employees who refuse to submit to a test are subject to immediate discharge. Please see your employee handbook for details. On-site work attire requires at least a short-sleeve shirt and long pants, along with strong work boots. We highly recommend steel-toed for your best protection. We provide an approved hard hat along with a high-visibility safety vest, as well as hearing and eye protection. Your hard hat and vest are required to be worn at all times on the job site. If you need additional PPE, the site supervisor or foreman will provide them for you. Rifenburg requires all of our projects to be organized and free of clutter and litter. So make time to conduct proper housekeeping procedures. A neat, well-organized job site is the first step toward accident prevention. The use of seatbelts is a mandatory requirement while operating any piece of equipment that is equipped with ROP's rollover protection and all company vehicles. Only designated personnel are to operate specialized heavy equipment such as forklift, crane, bulldozer, dump truck, or excavator. Make frequent eye contact with equipment operators you are working around. When backing any piece of equipment, use a spotter. Make sure your backup alarms are working if your vehicle is so equipped, and be aware of your surroundings. The Hazard Communications Program, or HAZCOM, ensures that every employee is protected against the possible injuries that can result from exposure to hazardous materials. Rifenburg maintains a binder of all safety data sheets, or SDS, containing all of the hazardous materials used. These sheets can be found at the office, at job site trailers, and with the supervisor of each project. The SDS contains information regarding special PPE required when working with hazardous materials. They also provide emergency response information in the event of an accidental spill. It is every employee's responsibility to know how to read the labels and to seek an SDS if you are unfamiliar with a product. Whenever a dig or trenching operation is conducted, a competent person is required to be on site. A competent person in excavation has knowledge, experience, and authority and is in charge of all safety controls while excavating. They ensure the excavation is properly protected from a collapse and it is safe for the work crew to enter. Never work in an excavation unless there is a competent person assigned. All spoils and tools must be kept at least 2 feet away from the edges of the excavation. If the trench is over 4 feet, a ladder or ramp is required for safe access and egress. If the dig is over 5 feet, a protective system must be used. Examples are trench boxes, sloping the trench walls, or shoring the walls, and are determined by the competent person. Standing water is not allowed at the bottom of an excavation. Various colored paint markings are used by utility companies to protect from accidentally hitting underground or overhead utilities while excavating or performing demolition, and to identify buried or overhead utilities. Red paint signifies a buried electrical line. Blue paint signifies a water line. Green signifies a sewer line. Orange, a communications line. And yellow will identify a gas line. White lines are used to lay out the dig area. If any utility is hit, always assume that it is live. And if it's a gas line, notify your supervisor immediately. When working in a situation where there are overhead power lines, a 10-foot clearance must be maintained between your equipment and the overhead wires. Any work conducted in this type of situation requires the use of a spotter that is in constant communication with the operator. Always be aware of buckets or blades in the up position. Never walk under a bucket that is in the up position. Confined space is a term used to identify any space that is not designed for human occupancy, has a limited opening for entry or exit, and is large enough for employees to enter. These confined spaces also may possess extremely dangerous conditions within, such as poor ventilation, low oxygen, buildup of toxic contaminants, or flammable gases or other life-threatening hazard. Just like in excavations, a competent person trained in confined space entry is required to be on site. They ensure the confined space is safe by testing the air and making sure that all hazards that could be in the confined space are controlled. Never, under any circumstances, enter into a confined space until you have been properly trained in this type of work. Whenever a machine needs repair or is being worked on, and the possibility of unexpected startup of equipment or machinery exists, the equipment shall be de-energized, locked, and tagged out. The lockout tag is placed in a visible area to notify workers that a particular machine or equipment is under repair. Under no circumstances should you remove or tamper with a lockout tag. Rifenburg has a no-tolerance policy for lockout tags being disobeyed. When lifting any item of substantial weight, always use a proper lifting technique by getting a firm footing before you lift. Keep your feet apart and bend at your knees rather than at the waist. Lift the object with your legs, using the abdominal muscles to stay in a good upright position. Don't bend over, don't twist, and keep the load close to your body. We hope that nothing serious ever happens at a job site. However, should there be an emergency, immediately contact emergency services by dialing 911. Make certain that everyone is safe and accounted for. Do not move anything. The next contact should be the highest level supervisor on the project. He or she will initiate site control, determine if the site should be shut down, and post workers to restrict entry to the area. The supervisor will handle all requests for information from the media. If an injury does occur, report it immediately, no matter how minor you may think it is. All superintendents and foremen have injury reports that must be filled out when an accident is reported. It is our policy that injuries be reported within 48 hours. At Rifenburg, we believe every employee is a safety director. We want you to take immediate corrective action when you see a safety issue in the field. If you have a safety concern or any complaints, suggestions, or issues that you want to report anonymously, you can call the main office or 1-800-964-3265 and press extension 150 to reach the safety hotline mailbox. Rifenburg does want to be notified of your concerns.
Congratulations! We're happy to have you as a part of our team. Please join us in our effort to make sure every member remains safe and healthy. We encourage you to talk with the experienced workers about safety. Don't forget to read the Rifenburg Safety Manual for more details. Rifenburg is committed to the principles of affirmative action and equal employment opportunity. If you have any friends or relatives who may be interested in joining our team, we're always looking for good people.
This is my brother Jack, my nephew Ken. We are a family business and have always made safety a priority.
Rifenburg companies are dedicated to safety and considered a very serious and important part of our business.
Remember, care, common sense, awareness, responsibility every day. That's how we will continue to arrive safe, work safe, and return safe.